What's going on, everybody? This is KYREN Monteiro. It's been a while, but guess what? It's the KYREN Monteiro Show. Season number 5. It's been almost a year. We back. Season 5. This series is entitled Vision Talk. Let's go ahead and play my new single in the field. Happy to be here with y'all today, man.
I'm in the field, I talk it like I live it. I can rap it cause it's real.
Hey, visionary mode.
Shake it, it might strike a deal. Ain't got no time to waste, we
Tryna go run up some meals.
I keep it real, tell them I'm in the field. I talk it like I live it.
I can rap because it's real.
Visionary mode, shake it, it might strike a deal. Ain't got no time to waste, we tryna go run up some meals. Yes, sir. I keep it real, tell them I'm in my vision stance. Progressing daily, gotta go strengthen my inner man.
What's going on, everybody? My name is KYREN Monteiro, man. I want to welcome y'all to the KYREN Monteiro Show, season number 5. Round of applause for yourself, man. This episode is called Stay in the Field, right? So, once again, this episode is called Stay in the Field. Season 5, episode number 1. The series is called Vision Talk. My brand new album comes out November 28th called Visionaries. So season 5 is inspired off of the content and the concept of this album, right? And so being a visionary is about seeing what other people can't. It's about perseverance and discipline and endurance. And when God gives you something, staying faithful to that, right? Even when other people don't. And so I want to talk about staying in the field, and I want to encourage people out here today, whether you're watching this video on YouTube or social media platforms, or you may be listening to it on like Apple Podcasts, or whatever you may be listening to. I think that it's very important that as people that we identify our purpose and calling and use our gifts, and I think that's real important. But I think that at times it gets really hard to stay focused on what we're supposed to be doing. And I just want to speak from my experience. You know, I haven't been perfect in my life, just like everybody else. So I've had some real down moments in life, but I've always used those moments to just count it as a lesson and not a loss, and to learn from it. And so if you are somebody who wants to really be impactful, and you are somebody that really desires to impact culture with their skill set, and whether it's for the kingdom of God or whatever the motive may be, staying in the field is important. And so I just want to highlight a couple of things and get out of your face, right? And I think that one is that you have to accept what is and what isn't, right? And while you're staying in the field, and I think that when you accept what is and what isn't, you have to accept the fact that you can't control everything. Everything is not going to be easy. There's going to be people that don't believe in your vision and believe in your mission at first, and that's okay. It comes with it. You have to accept what that is, right? So it is what it is, but at the same time, you see what's coming, and so you know what is and you know what isn't. And when you can see what other people can't see, and you stay focused on that vision, and you trust God through the process, whatever they believe or don't believe, it doesn't even matter, right? So that's my point number 1. Point number 2 of staying in the field. Discipline has to kick in when motivation leaves. Let me say that again. Discipline has to kick in when motivation leaves. It's cool to be motivated, right? But the problem with being motivated is that eventually that goes away, because that's just a feeling, right? You can wake up motivated in the morning at 5 a.m. and then by 12 p.m. that day around lunch, that motivation is gone because something happened, somebody said something, somebody did something. Motivation is only part of it, right? So you have to make sure that you are allowing yourself to develop real discipline so that once motivation leaves, discipline kicks in. Discipline will stay around and kick in longer than happiness, motivation, or, spurts of being inspired, whatever it may be. Discipline is a lifestyle. Discipline is a practice. Discipline is learned and developed. So discipline has to kick in when motivation leaves. Point number 3 of staying in the field and staying in the field is perseverance. Everything is not going to happen quickly. I know that we live in a world where, as the old saying is, like a microwave kind of generation, a time period where everything is quick. We live in a world where everything is everybody wants everything quick. Everybody demands everything so quickly. But I don't care what technology is doing. I don't care what people say around you. You cannot rush the process of your journey. And so perseverance is a mandatory element and character trait if you want to stay in the field for real. And so I think that many times right now, people find themselves stuck because that discipline hasn't kicked in when the motivation is left, and they have no perseverance. And because they haven't accepted the reality of things being what it is what it is, whether people don't support or whatever it may be, people just give up on whatever that is. And it's hard to add value to the world at large if you don't have the discipline and then the perseverance to stick it out, right? So, like I said, point number 1, you got to accept what is and what isn't. Point number 2, discipline has to kick in when motivation leaves. And point number 3 is perseverance. You got to persevere, right? That's very important. Point number 4, and this is all based off my own experiences. Point number 4, you have to have faith in the vision no matter what. And I know that sounds simple, but you got to have faith in the vision no matter what. And the reason that I say that is because if you don't have faith in the vision is literally seeing what other people cannot. So if you don't have faith in the vision, how in the world is it possible to even become executed? It's just not possible, right? And so you have to have faith in the vision no matter what's going on in your world. And I think that if you have faith in that vision, then what you will find is that things will continue to elevate over time. I think sometimes things might happen quicker than other, but you have to have faith in that vision. I'll tell a story. So at the time of recording this podcast, it is the top of November in the year 2025. And so I'm coming on about 5 years of being full-time in my company. Well, I have, I run several companies. And I'm about 5 years of being full-time in this journey. And shout out to my wife, Dr. Jada Montero. I would not have probably taken that leap when I did if she had not been there challenging me and pushing me like, hey, make this leap. Let's go further. Let's do this. In 2020, during the pandemic, during the COVID shutdown, some people's businesses shot through the roof because of it. Other people's businesses felt the effect right? And so I'm a professional audio engineer. I'm an award-winning master engineer, and there were a lot of audio engineers getting a ton of work because a lot of artists and bands were, getting their own home studios and work was plentiful. Me, I was taking hits because the people that I was serving at the time under my company, Frequency Canvas, our main clientele was independent artists who were what we would call the weekend warriors, right? And the weekend warriors are people that they work full-time jobs, right? Monday through Friday, Monday through Thursday, whatever the schedule may be. And most of the time, these weekend warriors would make money from their side hustle, their side business as recording artists and bands on the weekends. So they would go to shows, get paid for their shows, and then sell merchandise. So when the world shuts down, there is no way for them to make money, right? There's absolutely no way for them to make money. And so I'm just like, yeah, I'm hit, right? And so I didn't feel the effects of it at first. At first, when the world started shutting down in March of 2020-ish, February, March, whatever that was, I didn't feel the effects of it for about 3 to 4 months. But as the summertime got in, I felt the effects of it a lot more. And it was crazy because fast forward, when we opened up, when I moved my business out of my house and we set up a corporate headquarters downtown in our city, right, in a commercial building, it was scary because I had just felt like depletion of my clientele during the year before. And we were still in the pandemic, right? Stuff is opening up, but you're going outside, people still wearing masks. It's still, if you're traveling, they're still wanting to see whether you got the shots or not. So we're still heavy into the COVID. People are still getting PPP loans. So we're still in the midst of COVID. We're still in the heart of that. And it's crazy because I run, flying places and literally having to show that you took the shot. And if you didn't take the shot, that wasn't letting you board planes. I remember that. And so when we launched this business, I was literally, when we launched not launched the business, but our company, Frequency Canvas, when we decided to open up in a corporate headquarter location, like in a commercial space, all my business had got depleted, right? And I don't blame any of those people for not spending money on something that wasn't making them money, right? So in business, you have to prioritize, even if it's part-time and just a side hustle, you got to prioritize. So if these artists are not making money because they can't tour and they can't sell physical merchandise at shows and they're not doing enough on the internet, then somebody like me is really affected by that. And so it was a very hard place to be in, right? Even though I work with major label artists and all of that, the backbone of our business, Frequency Canvas, was independent artists at the time. And so it was very tough for me to have the confidence to be able to step forth and carry forth and say, we're going to move this out of the house and increase overhead. Not only that, but I'm going to walk away from the job that I was working at the time. Even though it wasn't the most highest paying job, it was still some kind of consistent income that we knew was guaranteed. And it wasn't a terrible job either. It wasn't a job where I got real dirty. It wasn't super physically demanding. It was a small factory here in my county. Great company to work for and good people to work around. That environment wasn't conducive for me to continue because of just the way my calling and journey is and how I'm wired. But my wife pushed me and said, yo, I'm tired of you not being happy. I'm tired of you complaining and not being 100% fulfilled and satisfied. You need to make this jump. It's time. And plus, you need to get out of the house. I'm tired of you making all this noise late at night while we're trying to sleep. So it was clear that it was that time. And it's also hard trying to run a recording studio out of a house. People coming in, it's just not good. So it was that time. And given everything that my business was experiencing in real time, under my company, Frequency Canvas, that I own for the audio production company, it didn't matter what I was facing. All that mattered is that I had to stay focused. I had to be resilient. I had to have the discipline. I had to have the perseverance. I had to accept what was and what wasn't, and I had to just roll with it. And there were people that seen the vision. Shout out to my guy, Ronnie Morrell Jr., who is now the mayor, Ronnie Morrell Jr. Outside of my wife, there was people like my guy, Keenan Davis, that definitely seen the vision. My guy, close friends like my guy, Johnny Lovely, Chris Hall. There was just different people, family members that encouraged. But there was some encouragement. And it's like everybody had faith that I can do it but me. Right? And that's crazy that as the visionary, I was more scared to take the leap than what my wife was for me. She had more confidence that I could do it than I did at the time, because I was just fearful and afraid of failing and not being able to provide and contribute as a man because of what I had been experiencing due to COVID-19 and the pandemic. And I share that story just to let you know that that's a small story. I mean, no, it's not small, but that's just one of many, right? But no matter what you find yourself going through, you have to remain resilient. You got to stay in the field. You got to keep the vision ahead that you can see. You got to keep it in front of you. And you got to stay locked in on that thing, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me. This is going to be a shorter episode. Episode number 1, Stay in the Field. Round of applause for rocking with me, man. So make sure that you share this podcast on social media. The KYREN Monteiro Show, season number 5, episode number 1. This series, once again, is called Vision Talk. It is inspired off of my upcoming album called Visionary, depending on when you may hear this. It may be released already, but it releases November 28th on Black Friday, and it will be available on all platforms. Also, we got pre-orders coming soon. CDs and vinyl are available for my people that like to listen to music physically. It will be available. And we just want to make sure that we feed the people good music. So I encourage y'all to go check out my single In the Field that is available right now. Also, there's another single available called Really Like That, featuring my guy, Young Pootie. The whole album is produced by Zero the Composer. And of course, you know, Fight Squad is the movement, and Engage Records is the record label, man. We're going to end out with my single In the Field, and we're going to get out of here, man.
Damn, Zero. Yeah. Yeah. Ow. I'm in the field. I'm in it.
Let's go.
In the field. I talk it like I live it. I can rap because it's real. Visionary mode executive might strike a deal. Ain't got no time to waste.
We tryna go run up some meals. Yes, sir.
Tell them I'm in the field. I talk it like I live it. I can rap it cause it's real. Visionary mode executive might strike a deal. Ain't got no time to waste. We
Tryna go run up some
meals. Yes, sir. I keep it real. Tell them I'm in my vision stance. Progressing daily. Gotta go strengthen my inner man. Inspired generations coming. I call that my vision plan. Feed the team and build.
Remember, man, stay in the field. Keep your vision ahead of you and stay locked in on it. One more time, round of applause for y'all, man. The KYREN Monteiro Show, season number 5, episode number 1. Stay in the field. Vision Talk series, man. Be a visionary. Y'all stay blessed.